Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, I should say, to those of you on the East Coast. It is Saturday, November 11th, 2017, here on the Rancho, and welcome to all of you. Give me half a second here to make sure we're up. And yeah, hi, everybody. Nice to see you. I hope you can hear me okay today. It seems like forever since I have done. Hi, Allison, Timothy, nice to see you. Susan Brown, hi, sweetie. Hi, Lake Shadow. It seems like forever, and I don't know why that is. It seems like forever. Hi, it seems like the fishing trip was great. The first video went up today, and more tomorrow. Thank you. Well, let's do first things first, as you know, and. Big thing today is, of course, 11/11, and in 1918, the armistice that ended World War I. It was never really formally ended in peace. It was a just a call to drop arms while negotiations went on. Well, it went into effect at the 11th minute of the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month, and basically ended the hostilities of World War I, which was in a lot of ways really the most costly in terms of life relative to comparisons to World War II, those that were killed in battle and civilian casualties and things. In the UK and Canadian and Commonwealth countries, of course, they call it Remembrance Day, and the red poppies are typically worn on and around this day. So it's very important. Hi, Mark. It's very important in Bird's Nest. Hello. It's very important to acknowledge that first, the contribution of those who decided either through voluntary service or those who were drafted into service for their tremendous contributions. Hello, Rob, for those tremendous contributions to our nation's armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Merchant Marine, Seabees, and I'm sure the list goes on to some sub-services and things like that. People that put themselves in harm's way for the protection and betterment of our country. And to those today, I say thank you again for your service, which includes Bobby, who was the United States Army, and the boss, David Dickey, who was United States Navy, and I'm very proud, served on the USS Roanoke there. Okay, so that's the important thing to acknowledge at first. Number two, it is, of course, a night to celebrate Janet and the boss getting hitched after all these years. I've known them almost 10 years now. It's kind of hard to believe. Hi, Joseph. Nice to see you. Hi, Happy. It's almost hard to believe it's been 10 years and they've been together that time. There's been some ups and downs, of course, but through it all, they have shown through on last Thursday night, and unfortunately, I lost all of this video from Thursday night. Janet and the boss appeared up because we were going to go on a fishing trip the next day. He appeared in the afternoon, and Janet says, we got married today, by the way. You know the way Janet is, always very nonplussed about everything. Yeah, Rob says, I was watching a vid today, so sad about a 19-year-old kid who lost both arms and legs while in the Army. Yeah, I mean, my grandmother lost every one of her brothers in World War I, and my father was U.S. Army Reserve, and my grandfather was U.S. Navy and served on the USS Massachusetts. Hi, Diane, nice to see you. So there's a lot of brother in the Air Force. My daughter is in the Air Force, and working away there. So there's a lot of connection to military and a lot of respect for them and what the contribution and the service that they make. So it's very important. But Janet comes in, of course, and we pop some champagne. We had the beef stew that I made. It was really great. We had a nice little mini celebration. And then the next day I had an SD card failure. The little GoPro SD card failed. So that really sucked. But we did go out fishing. We got up at I got up at 3:45, 4 o'clock on Friday morning. We headed over to Bodega Bay and headed out, and we had a really good time. I did a couple of videos about just from the deck of the ship and things, and that was a lot of fun. 48 people went out. So they will be along later. The boss, for his wedding celebration, he is going to have a wrench tonight. So I don't know what that means. Hi, Josh. Nice to see you. Great link on the vets. Well, yeah, you can't share in here. Sorry. Yeah, everyone had fun and celebrated. We had a really good time. I did the hangout this morning. I showed you their picture on there, and it was really nice. Yes, every year the tradition is Bird's Nest says Veterans Day. Vice President Mike Pence was there today because, of course, President Trump is overseas, and he gave every Veterans Day celebrated, they go to the Arlington Cemetery, to the tomb of the unknowns. And it's quite a moving ceremony. It's quite a moving place to see. Arlington, I've not seen the tomb of the unknown soldier. I've only ridden past Arlington before, but I certainly want to make a point to visit that. I believe that was Robert E. Lee's plantation that was annexed by the U.S. government and became a large part of what the Arlington National Cemetery is. Yeah, you're going to see them, Josh. They'll be along later. Thank you, Diane says, I love your Dollar Tree vids. They're a lot of fun, aren't they? We're trying to do that once a week and on Sunday mornings to kind of mix it up a little bit. Well, I've been up to my elbows in crabs. Here you got a lot of good video to look forward to. Coming back and doing all the fish and doing all the crab. A lot of good, especially good video coming tomorrow of being out at sea on the Pacific and seeing something that this captain on the New Sea Angler has been on a boat for 50 years, and he's piloted the New Sea Angler for 35 years, and in 50 years he's only seen this about 6 times. It occurred yesterday, so we were pretty fortunate to see this event occur out there on the water. So I'll leave you on suspense in that, but it was very, very dramatic to say the least. So you got that to look forward to also. Why does it seem like it's been like forever since I've done a hangout, right? I mean, it's weird. I mean, if I've been that busy and doing that much crazy stuff this week, I guess so. I want to get back in the shop and finish up that Sony STR 6045 build that I'm doing. I'm waiting for some parts to come from the Ukraine. I can't get this stuff in the U.S. anymore. But they make some of this they make some of these replacement parts overseas in Russia. So I'm waiting for some parts to come in there and hopefully wrap this job up and move on to the next build project. I am moving closer to retirement. A lot of stuff is going on here in Santa Rosa relative to the fire. The very largest medical facility in town announced, they were hurt pretty badly by the fire that swept over the hill. The heat broke the glass in the back of their medical building, and the fire got sucked in, and it destroyed a lot of the inside of the medical clinic. And that's a place that serves about I think about 10,000 plus to 12,000 plus people a year. So all those people are kind of having to be redistributed around now to be served. So we're still trying to adjust to this fire, this devastating fire that occurred. And if you saw, earlier in the week on Monday, Jen and I went out. We were fortunate enough to be able to pass without any difficulty now and move to where we need to be to get videos and things like that. And you saw the very first site being cleaned up, and it was quite moving to see that occur. And as I put in the caption below, you're sitting there and watching somebody's whole life just being scooped up and put into a pile to be put into a big dump truck and carried off to goodness knows where. And it's quite humbling to see that. And you think they're going to be doing that on 6,000 plus homes. I mean, it's going to be something to follow here. It really is. Let's see. Rub says the mailman will think you're getting creative from the Ukraine, like Jeff. Where in the hell is Jeff anyway, huh? Rub, go to Kansas there. See where in the hell. Where is Jeff? I haven't seen Jeff in a long time on here, probably 3 or 4 months, since he's probably watching. Hi, Jeff. He'll surface in time for his Christmas card, I'm sure that. And don't forget, if you want to be on our Christmas card mailing list, I think, what did we send out last year, Jen? 300 cards or something some crazy number last year. Make sure to message us with your address, and you can be on the Christmas card mailing list. So what else is going on? I'm trying to think. So much happened this week, but the fishing was really good. I was a little shaky. Some people shaky just because the weather was really rough when we headed out in the morning. But in California, when it comes to party boat fishing, rain or shine, you go. I mean, it's only if the seas are ridiculously high, 15-foot swells or something like that, they won't, they'll probably call it off. But they go out, rain, whatever, because those fish bite no matter what. Diane said, Rosie, absolutely love the Dollar Tree chocolate-covered cherries, but I know you two don't. Actually, I liked them, Diane. I thought that they were pretty good. I did some research on Zachary Candy Company in Indiana there. And you can go to their website, Zachary Confections Incorporated in Indiana. I like to do derivative research. If I see something in a dollar store, I like to go and look up the company and see what the links of distribution are, where it came from. And this company that makes those chocolate covered cherries, Zachary's, they use something like 100,000 pounds. I don't know whether it's something crazy of candy cream or something. They're like the #1 user in the world or something crazy like that. And they make pumpkins and candy corn and it's crazy. But I didn't. What am I supposed to say? I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase them, but I'm not a candy snob. You got to understand that Missy Jen was raised in Germany, where chocolate is like an art form, and she's, of course, she's going to be an aficionado on that. Rob says, last time I was on a party boat. Hey, Coop, hi. I was in New Jersey, and I was drunk, 16 and drunk out of my mind. I almost fell overboard. Well, they all predicted, they all had a lot of laughs about who would get sick on the boat. Guess who didn't get sick, right? I mean, I try to tell these guys 10 years on Chesapeake Bay and storms and following seas and stuff. This girl doesn't get sick on boats, okay? Timothy Martin says, Rosie, I refuse to go shopping anymore. Only for what I need. I'm sick and tired of giving these stores my cash. I've been staying at home all the time now. Well, you got to eat, right? So to me, it's kind of fun to see what you can get for $1. Thanks, Coop. The boss and Janet will be along later. I'm going to wrench up the boss tonight for be my big wedding present. Rosie, you're so cheap. Hey, unencumbered. Nice to see you, honey. You're so cheap. That's the grand scope of my wedding present. Well, when you put out on a party boat in California, you're going to have success. I mean, especially you get a guy out there that's been doing this 35 years with this boat. This cat knows every inch of the bottom of that place, and and there's nothing new under the sun for this guy. So no matter what, he can get the job done for you. So nice to see Janet hasn't lost, yeah, her sense of humor wearing all white to get married. Really, you know, I didn't want to say anything, Coop, but these are not crappy old receivers, Happy. These receivers on this wall probably cost more than your home in Texas. Altogether, probably cost more than your hovel down in Texas. There, I can almost guarantee you that. So it would almost be an uneven trade for that piece of dry land. Can you hear the wind blowing? It ain't paradise, brother. Let me tell you. And now they got nuts running around with guns shooting up churches. The churches down there now. You better get that shit under control, Happy. Oh, so what else? But it just seems like forever since I've done a hangout. And I know I probably did one last Saturday night, but it just seems like we've covered so much ground between the fires and then getting ready for the crabbing and fishing. We had a lot to do. Jen did a lot to get the house ready and to make them comfortable. And they were here 2 nights, which was great, Thursday night. And then we were so tired last night I think about 9:45, we just crashed out. That was it. You know, so I mean, that's a long day when you're out there. And, you know, in that phenomenon, I don't know if you guys have ever been on boats, but when you get off of the boat, hey, hi, Blue, when you get off of a boat, the first 6 hours, especially if you've been on very rough seas, the first 6 hours, you just feel, you feel like you're still swaying on, on the deck of the ship. So, you know, kind of crazy, but we figured what to do. I think no, I wasn't seasick. I don't really get seasick, Timothy. So, hi, Jody. Nice to see you, sweetie. Oh, tomorrow, due to the generosity, speaking of people like Jody's been so sweet before, and super chat and stuff like that, but the regular patronage on the channel, October was really a great month here, and it just pushed things up to a new level. And I want to thank all of you for that. Tomorrow we're going to show one of the things that we were able to acquire due to the patronage and viewership of people like you. I told you we wanted to really go on another upgrade cycle with our equipment, and I want to thank you guys. We'll be doing an unboxing tomorrow on that. It'll be thanks to all of you. Yeah, I'm waiting for, I didn't hear anything from Henry. I did communicate with him the day before. Coop says, just FYI, Henry came out of surgery and doing exceedingly well. That's really great news. That's really, I was in contact with him the day before surgery. So yeah, that's really, really awesome news. So thank you to you guys that make it all possible. And it's like it's a virtuous circle. You know, the better we do here, the better equipment we get, you know, to amp up our videos to a new level and really go to new places and do new experiences and bring them. Like I said, being out on that party boat yesterday and being able to witness something that probably, you know, 1 out of a million people in this country have ever been able to witness in person really made it a good experience. Yeah, the unboxing should be good tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it too. It's going to be great. And then the next thing we have our sights set on is in December. We have the Bottom of YouTube meetup number 3, the 14th through the 17th. Of December. We're looking forward to that. Yeah, the captain, Susan says their captain was awesome. Yeah, Captain Rick was kind of you know, he came in a little rough in the morning. He came in a little rough in the morning, and I'll tell you what, but you know what made that captain good? You don't want a captain that's a pussy on a boat. Okay, really, you want a captain that's authoritative, commanding, and knows what he is doing and is in full control of his boat at all times. And that's exactly what this guy's the most experienced charter Captain out of Bodega Bay forever. He's always written up in the newspaper when they need a quote about the crabbing season or blah, blah, blah. He's always the one they go to for that. And, you know, so what? You know, you can't please all the people all the time. He's correct. It's a very good value price. If you bring your own gear, if you bring your own bait and stuff, for 130 bucks, you're going to come back with, if you're lucky, 10 big Dungeness crabs, 2 pounds each, 2 to 3 pounds each. You're going to yield about 5 pounds of picked meat on that. You're going to have great eating of crabs. You're going to have your limited fish, you know, and some nice fish. So it's really, you know, it works out okay. Yeah, he could be on reality TV. Yeah, yeah. So he was good. That's great. That's Coop swinging by. All right. Yeah, he made a long speech. Yes, he did. I think he's a little bit of a promoter too. You know, they want to kind of lower your expectations. You know, when you get on the deck of the boat and he says, you know, well, the season started out good last Saturday, and now, you know, the southern swell is in. The weather's getting a little different here, and it's been challenging out there. Yeah, he made a long speech talking about how he pioneered the combination fishing and crabbing, which is great, you know, so you're going to come back happy. Yeah, Jody says, I think all those captains are high-living party animals. And right. Hi, Star. Nice to see you. Timothy, we did the beef stew, and the SD card from Thursday night, all the video we shot is gone. Poof. It happens once a year. Yeah, he's definitely a promoter. Definitely a promoter. Definitely gonna be a kind of guy that's definitely good at doing business. He had a great crew. You'll see the deckhands that were on there were outstanding. You know, what can I say? I don't need any help fishing, taking my fish off, baiting my hook, but a lot of people did. They fouled up their fishing gear, and you know, and it's good. It's what those guys are. They're there to make you feel good. They're there to boost you up and teach you how to do some things. They clean all the fish. They'll clean your limit for 10 bucks, which is decent. I mean, you're going to see this guy work this fillet knife. You think these guys in Japan are good with the knife and filleting? Imagine if you do, you know, 500 fish a day. You're going to really be fast. Jody says, I didn't see the last crabbing vid yet. I did visions of the missing boss up in the steering house telling the captain what he was doing wrong. Try the yellow rice. It has saffron. Okay, Robert, I will do that. Robert says, next time you go to Dollar Tree shopping for food, try their yellow rice. It has saffron. Tomorrow we're going to try something for breakfast too, another product we're going to bake up. Oh, Susan, I was going to say that. Susan says, some of the crew were so cute. This crew was like, these guys could have done a calendar, party boat deckhands of Bodega Bay. This was the best looking crew I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Janet just got married on Thursday. Right, she's ready to get a fucking divorce, right? Yeah, the peeps on the boat were quite reserved. I think Jody says, I think one of the reasons is that for a lot of these people, it's quite an event for them when they go fishing, and you're going to be all in if the boat supplies everything with your tip. You're going to be about 225 bucks a head for the day. If you bring your own stuff, it's 130 bucks for the day. So these people want to really get down and boogie and get some decent fish. And one thing that this captain could do was go from place to place. You might be irritated. You think, oh, we've only been here like a half hour. Now everybody pull their lines up. We're going to another place. But this guy would get you right over top of the fish, and he would tell you, look, they're at 60 feet, they're hanging at the top, 12 feet. I mean, this guy was great at putting you right on top of the paw, you know, so it was good. Jody says, I was wondering, Rosie, do you ever use a crock pot for cooking? Not really. Things like beef stew, Jody, I like to get them up to a boil, and then I like to turn it off, sit it off to the side, and let it come down to room temperature, because that way, when you go to reheat that, Your vegetables are going to be nice and colorful still. Everything's going to be tender, and the beef stew is not going to be mush. It's going to be really, really a great consistency. But if you put a beef stew like in a hot pot, crock pot all day long, it's going to start to get mushy, and potatoes are starting to get super soft, and it's going to start to turn into kind of a mush there. So this is just my way of doing it. Everybody has a different way, but the boss and Janet really love the beef stew. Last time, Timothy says, last time I went on a 24-hour fishing boat from Oxnard, the captain just took off and he did not give a speech. Yeah, you know, it's like, imagine if Rosie's captain, a pilot of a ship like that, a captain of a ship like that. I'm going to talk your guy's head off, right? I'm going to be on that. That guy was on that loudspeaker all day long, all day long. People were like, oh, geez, just take a break for a while, you know, have a snooze or whatever. But he was telling you the depth of fish and how to do it, and trying to get everybody to use the same bait, the same lures, so it would look like the same little bunch of school of fish in there. But of course, some people want to fish with their ghetto pink baits, and you know, it gets kind of crazy in there. So yeah, that's the way it is in China, Timothy. When you're in China and you get on an airline, the pilot doesn't say a word. Okay, you don't even get to your seat and get your belt on, and he's already down the runway, and people are still, you know, trying to hold from being pushed to the back of the plane to get to their seats. You don't hear a damn word. But yeah, really good time. Excellent. I highly recommend it. Next time, if we go out, you know, the boss wants to go out on an open boat outside of Bodega Bay into the open ocean. But you know, you see what's out there, guys. I mean, you don't see anybody on an open boat out on the Pacific like that in wintertime doing that. Yeah, I got a great flotation device in case of emergency. I wonder what that means, huh? Oh, let's see, that's funny. What else? But then I think he had different ideas yesterday. When you go out there and you see what the story is, you can't really be out there in an open boat. You know, it's one thing to be inside of the harbor, shelter area and doing your stuff, but outside, it's too risky. And when you see tomorrow's video, you'll know that the risk is not all in, you know, it's not all in capsizing the boat either. So, how far out? Star says, how far from shore did you all go? We could always see shore. I would imagine at our furthest point, we were probably 2 miles offshore. As you'll see from the videos, that you know, we got fogged in the afternoon, but of course he has GPS and all that, so it doesn't really, you know, this guy could be blindfolded, turned around in his chair, and still get you home and into that dock with, you know, just his sleepwalking. He could do that, but I would say we were about 2 miles offshore. I mean, he takes you out a good ways up the coast. I mean, he knows where the action is. You get out there, you set your crab pots first. You put down about 10 crab pots, and then you go do your fishing, and then you pull out the 10 pots you put down. Then you pull out like 20 more pots that were put down the day before. Yeah, Jody says, I've had a few disasters with crock pots. I think for some people, it's fine. I just think when you let that, when you leave that crock pot, or when you leave that pot of like beef stew on the stove, you bring it up to a good boil point, then cover it, move it off the burner, let it sit there. It's still cooking very slowly, and you're going to be reheating it anyway, but it just has a better consistency. The green beans stay greener, the carrots stay oranger. It's just it's a better appearing stew. Oh yeah, I'm really honored today. Smooth Operator says, I'm only here to troll today. All right, get your trolling bait on. Nice to see you, Smooth. That's my good news. That's my good news for the day. So what else is going on? Missy Jen's doing good. Seems like her energy level is climbing again. Yeah, after her infusion on the 18th of November. Oh yeah, Robert says if you want to cook hazardously, get a turkey deep fryer. Good Lord, how many videos have I seen where people that were doing deep frying accidentally spilled the deep fryer and got serious burns? Yeah, you'll like the tip, Jody. Give it a try. Thanks, Jody said my mouth was watering when you were making that stew. You naughty, naughty girl. Oh, I did like the tips, and I thought it was a great fit. Thank you. I just wish you could have seen when we ate and, you know, had our champagne toast for Janet and the boss. It's kind of nice. It's nice. Yep, I'm holding the fort on my own tonight. Hey, Mark Charles, nice to see you. There's one of my favorite people. Did you see William Shatner's deep frying fire? I did. I did. You know, it's these things can be dangerous. These things, you fill those things with peanut oil. You know, 5 gallons of peanut oil. It's very dangerous. This stuff's crazy. William Shatner, how rich is he from Priceline, huh? Let's see. Yeah, we've had enough. Boy, we've had enough with fires lately. Is right. That was a real sad day for Jen and I on Monday when we went into Coffee Park, and that guy was still looking for a cat a month later, and just started that first cleanup of the very first property. Oh, Bobby will be along later. Well, you're a lot of fun, Mark. You're a great person to have on the chats. You're a blast. Yeah, Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk did pretty good with Priceline. I think he made a lot of money on. I think in lieu of pay, he took stock options on Priceline or something. So. Yeah, Shatner's. He's another gift from Canada. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, Mark Fun Jones burned himself up. I saw the words about the cat and couldn't watch that one yet. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, Diane says my stepsister lives in Santa Rosa. Thank goodness her home is safe. Yeah, it's, you know, the rain. We've started to get some rain now, and you talk about depressing when there's still people that are still trying to go through their stuff there and find things. And, you know, doing that in the rain and just looking around, and it actually just looks like a urban battlefield, you know, when everything was just leveled. And you feel so bad when you see that, you know. It's terrible. And then you think of all the 6,000 homes that were burned down. Each one of those people is going to have to act as their own general contractor and handle their own rebuilding and stuff. It's going to be amazing. And it's going to take 10 years at least. Yes, that is Fukushima in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, hi Jinxie, how are you doing, baby doll? I saw that. I think Bobby has delivered those gloves. Thank you, sweetie. That was very kind of you. Tara will be around. She'll be around later. Yeah, the negotiator. Yes, I'm on it here. Hi, I'm on it. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness, Diane. The thing that had me break down when I saw the video wasn't so much the guy with the cat. It was watching that huge backhoe with the big jaws just start to lift off people's life. You know, file cabinets and hot water heaters and picture frames, trophies, and just picking that up and putting it all in one big pile to all be put onto the truck. It was, you know, it's I can hardly watch that video without sort of tearing up about watching a person's life just go into a dump. Hi, Jasmine. Nice to see you, sweetie. Always lovely, Jasmine Quinones. Yeah, it's sad, and I think the saddest days are still ahead for a lot of people. The one woman I talked to, I didn't put her on, you know, I'm not putting everybody on video when I'm talking to them, but she said the insurance won't cover the balance on the mortgage. A lot of people are going to run into that problem. So. Okay, bye, Robert. Thanks for stopping by. You got a hole in the driveway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there's Tara. Tara's there. How you doing, sweetie? Tara's there. Yeah, it's awful, Jinx. There's going to be thousands of those cases. So what's going to happen is people will go into default, and you'll just see empty foundations there, and it'll just look weird. And then the city will come eventually and exercise eminent domain and take back the land. And you know, it's just a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of people that owe a bunch of money on the houses that are burnt down because they didn't do what I do, and that is review every year your value of your home and change your insurance to match that. Yeah, the guy, Phil said that guy aimlessly walking around, lost his life, all his memories belong to the past. His wife had died the month before, so he had a double loss in October. Hey, Rehan, nice to see you. Yes, I am. Pinch me. I'm live. I am live tonight. I am live, baby. This is it. Live, live, live. I missed you guys so much. You know, it feels like I've been away for 6 months. I don't know what it is. I guess if you go off to sea, then you come home for shore leave. Now hear this. Attention on deck. Coop, you make sure to watch these videos on this fishing trip. These guys were really good looking, these deckhands. It could have been the party boat deckhands of Bodega Bay calendar. Yeah, the poor guy, there's people just stumble around. It just, you know, all the people whose homes burnt down in the mobile home park, 140. I don't think the mobile home park's going to rebuild. I think Kaiser's going to make an offer for the land there and just expand their operation on that. So, but they can't do it too soon because it'll look self-serving, you know, to do that. Oh yeah, Phil, thank you. Phil always makes great comments, and yeah, headphone users. Thank you, Phil. This is the first time I went fishing in 22 years. 22 years. That, my friends, is a long, long time. But I hadn't lost the old touch. Woo! Yeah, the cute boys had Janet ready to bust her wedding vows. Yeah, Coop had a busy week. You always have a busy week. You always have a busy week. Yeah, well, like I say, tomorrow, some people like it, some people won't, but we had a hell of a big surprise out there on the ocean. Yeah, we made the Cooper Plantation butter pecan pie. I came on, I asked Janners, where's the pie? Gone. Oh, the Coop's leaving town. We're going to miss you, honey. Yeah, Janet. Hi, Vicky. Nice to see you, sweetie. That's it. Timothy said, can you be my captain and I'll be your shipmate? You be the captain, I'll be your first mate, huh? How about that? Rosie's more the USO type, not so much the command and authority type. I'm good for morale. I read you have to have a fishing license there to fish the sea. We only need them inland. Anywhere in California, unless you're Native American, you need to have a fishing license to fish. Yeah, they just had a courthouse wedding, Jody. They made an appointment and went down on Thursday. There you go, Jinx. You'll do more than walk the plank with me. I got big plans before you walk the plank. Yeah, so you definitely need a fishing license. I think it was like 45 bucks for the year or something like that. You get it at any sporting goods store, and it's good for a year. It's fishing, crabbing. They'll sell you a one-day license. You know, some person showed up at the fishing boat. They didn't have a license, so for $15, he just got on the cell phone and he called, and the guy over the phone just issued him a temporary number, and you know, that was it. So yeah, when I ran, Mark Charles says, when I ran with the bikers, they had a thing called the moral tent. God, I got to hit my diet this week to slim down. I've probably packed on a few pounds with all this fire stuff and all that, and eating good in the hood. I mean, I'm luscious, right? May West, right? Why don't you come up and see me sometime? But I'd like to lose a whittle. They should drop the license since the fish is contaminated with radiation. I don't know, Timothy. Thanks, Coop. Coop says you're looking great to me. I don't know. I'd rather be a little bit on the meatier side than the lighter side. Oh, okay. Phil says we don't need one for the sea, but for inland, yeah. Okay, I get that. Thank you, Diane. I'm just, you know, I'm not. I think probably the whole freaking world is contaminated with radiation, to tell you the truth. What was it? Stephen Hawking predicted like in 600 years the Earth will be a fireball or something. That is a great thought. If you're born 540 years from now, you got a real retirement party to look forward to, right? Thanks, Jody. Mae West and W.C. Fields movies are cool. Absolutely. On the other channel, Jen, and the other channel, Rosie Murphy channel, I put a video of W.C. Fields in his vaudeville days before he was even one of his earliest movies. He was a renowned juggler and a tremendous athlete, and you want to see what he does, his magic on that. I think it's got like, that thing really took off like 40,000 views or something. A lot of people enjoyed that. Okay, thank you, Rehan. Appreciate it. Nice to see you. Yeah, but we'll have fun tonight. I haven't had a beer since last Saturday. I don't ever go out drinking when I'm on a boat, just in case the captain gives the word. Oh, Kelly, get us home. Oh yeah, Captain. Bikini up, girls. Do. And the Marx Brothers, yeah. And Laurel and Hardy. Jen and I have rediscovered Laurel and Hardy. And if you don't see any other shorty, they won the 1932 Academy Award. The first year they ever awarded an Academy Award for a short, what they called shorty. It was like a 20-minute film. It's called The Music Box. And you guys, it is a scream. It is, I mean, I almost busted my guts laughing at that thing. Yeah, what the fuck? Get yourself a beer. Rob said you have to catch up on your drinking. I do, Rob. I'm not, I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, there's some people that are convinced that I'm an alcoholic. I'm a binge drinker. I can take it or I can leave it. It doesn't matter to me. You know, it's not something that I need to do. I just binge when I drink. I like to drink a lot, and then I don't think about it. Phil said, I'm on vodka tonight. I don't know why I bought it to take twice as much compared to whiskey to get me drunk. It's strange. That is strange, because ethanol alcohol is ethanol alcohol. Interesting. Go figure. Yeah, if alcohol ABV is ABV, right? They don't even put proof on anymore. They talk about percent ABV, alcohol by volume. It's like the way that we used to talk about lawnmowers and stuff in horsepower. Now they call it torque. Torque ratings, another like shell game they play with you. Okay, Linda. Hi, Linda. Health nut when it comes to drinking vodka and wheat germ, gin with gluten. There you go. That's it. Okay, Unencumbered said, I lived in the Marx Brothers mansion for 3 years, which was where, in Hollywood? Beverly Hills down there? Where was that? Yeah, I only drink really on Saturday night, and I have one beer on Friday night. Ooh, our power just really dipped here. Huh? Yeah, I agree, Rob says. Alcoholic's a word we use too lightly. I tend to agree. That's good, Diane says. I only drink non-alcoholic beer. Why is our power dipping, Jen? Just in case the hangout goes off, guys, which is possible because our power is funking around tonight. I'll start another one as soon as possible. I'll just pre-announce that now. So we get these big voltage drops here that's really dimming the lights down. Yeah, Phil says, yeah, that did. We usually have a power cut when we get dim like that. Yeah, there's something probably coming my way. So just in case the hangout goes down, I will restart one as soon as possible. Thank you. Yeah, Jinx, I started my opener tonight about Veterans Day. Jinx says, I wanted to say thanks to all who served. It's Remembrance Day here in Canada, also in the UK and Australia, New Zealand, all those Commonwealth countries. Absolutely, lest we forget. That's right, the red poppies. Remembrance Day, and here it is Veterans Day. Yeah, they might be working on the lines because of the fire, yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool. Unencumbered said they had a house located in Bronzeville here in Chicago. Okay, that's cool. Okay, you know, because the Marx Brothers came out of vaudeville. Beta boy, I was back in the days. Gallons of beer and pounds of 420. There we go. Oh, man, that's funny. Okay. Well, you better be careful about that. John Wacky World said, hi, Rosie. Working on a new wacky video called Going Down on George Takei. Man, you've been off the hook lately, John. And John, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. Write me all. What happened? What happened? I didn't do a bikini baking last night. I was cooking up crabs and getting ready for. We had a couple crabs had some crabs. Yeah, that's it. Coop said, I just called the electric company, informed there's a live Rosie chat in progress. They apologize and ensured no more power surges. Awesome. Thank you, Coop. Coop's got pool everywhere. East Coast, West Coast, North, South. Phil says, I have my poppy. I'm one of them jeweled poppies. If anyone has seen, they look gorgeous. Yeah. Well, it's a day. Veterans Day to Jen and I is always a big deal. I've got lots of current, you know, my daughter's in the military. I've got loads of military up the line. Cooper's the man. That's right. Yeah, I remember when I was in Hong Kong, they had the poppies. Of course, at that time, it was a British territory. And it seemed to me like the week of Remembrance Day, they would start to wear the poppies like 3 or 4 days before Remembrance Day. Yeah, will not lose power. There we go. He zaps my pants away as a young guy. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm not sure about the, you know, I just remember looking at the first Remembrance Day. I think it was 1920 in St. George Square, or whatever the hell it is in London there. They unveiled the Tomb of the Unknowns. Quite a ceremony. It's using too many gigawatts. There we go. Linda says, funny thing, I got far more ancestors in the service in the 18th and 19th century than the 20th. One great uncle saw combat in Second World War, and that's it. I was an Army drill sergeant. Can you believe that? Yes, Mark, I can believe that. Oh, Kelly, get that chest out. Wow. Linda says, my dad was a drill sergeant for a long time. I learned. Wow, okay. Mark Charles, get that chest out, O'Kelly. I need one of those little Army caps, right? You're in the Army now. Yeah, my grandfather was in World War I. He was on the USS Massachusetts. My grandmother had 3 brothers, and they all died in World War I. Okay, 21-year-old drill instructor, 72, 78. That's pretty impressive, Mark. You look a lot younger than you do in the calculation on that. Yeah, Coop, I like that. You made that comment earlier, and I saw that on the internal. I'd like to publicly thank all the military men who have brought great joy to my life. Yes, Susan, one of them was machine gunned, and the other 2 were gassed. That time they were floating all kinds of gas and stuff over the trenches. And yeah, my dad was in the reserves too. Yeah, you sure don't look it, Mark. Hey, let your light shine. Nice to see you. You're like a spring chicken, Mark, but you were a drill instructor. Can you yell at me some tonight if you come on? Yeah, Anthony's probably at the VFW post, right? Yeah, get in line for a little close order. There we go. No, don't bother Smooth, Tara. Smooth is just here trolling tonight. Yeah, Rob was a rare admiral. Yeah, give me 20. I'll bet I could give you 20 too. Oh, thank you, John. You're too sweet. Yeah, don't look at me. You eyeballing me? Did you eyeball me? You eyeball me, son? Yeah. You don't call me sir, son. I work for a living. You call me sergeant. I could. I'm in pretty good shape. I'm hoping to join the. Well, I don't know. See, it doesn't make sense unless I got a short-term membership, because when we travel, we want to be at Planet Fitness so that we can shower there and do all of our stuff and do a little bit of a workout and a little bit of change of pace. Yeah. Rob says, I was a drill instructor. I drilled them pretty good. Susan said, my grandpa was POW during World War II. We're researching that now. My daddy was in the Army, and my great, of course, was in the Civil War. It's cool. Yeah, you got it down. I don't know. On my mother's side of the family was from the Emmitsburg in Western Maryland up there. And the father's side was all from the South, Virginia, North Carolina, Kentucky, all down that way. Yeah, that's it, John. We can save water and shower together. Everybody get a membership now to Planet Rosie. I'm going to get my table here set up for tonight. I forgot to set that up earlier. Oh, boy. Get that set up. Oh, I will be right back. Too busy a day today, huh? Is his legs okay? His rear legs? Huh? Are his rear legs okay? Yeah. He was sitting real strange today. Oh, he sits like that in the sun. Okay. He just looked like, I don't know, I never saw him sit like that before. He looked a little strange. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Okay. Yeah, Maryland was Southern, so it got brought into the right, and Virginia is getting brought into the great northeastern megalopolis too. DNA research says, no, I'd rather not know about, the less I know, the better. Spanish, French, English, German, Irish. Did I leave anything out? Right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jody. Says I mailed you the pics of my speakers as I promised. Hi, Cameo. Nice to see you, beautiful. My speakers are just crap. They're just, I've got a lot of guys say, Jesus, you've got $1,500 Fisher 800B stereos and you're running these crappy white van speakers, because I spend more time repairing this stuff. You see, I'm ass deep in that Sony STR 6045. I got more problems with. I still got problems with that. I had to order shit from Ukraine to fix that. I've got, I spend more time fixing it than listening to it. I like units that I can plug headphones into. I really like to get nice Sennheiser headphones and just sit back in the chair and just immerse myself in this, in the experience. All right, there we go. I guess speakers turn on Rosie than pictures. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. You think it takes a lot to turn me on? Hmm? You think so? Hmm? You think it takes a lot to light my fire? Ooh la la. Oh, thank you, Susie. The best is yet to come. Yeah, Sennheiser headphones are the best. Speaking of Sennheiser, this is, I really paid the money, and I'm glad I did. I bought this Sennheiser. It's these shotgun microphones, and these things are great for cutting outside noise and stuff. They have noise canceling technology on the side. So it really makes a wonderful interview microphone. This is called the journalist microphone. So I got that quite a while ago. starting to use that like more and more when I do monthly mail calls and that kind of standing outside. It really makes the sound quality good. Sennheiser is just great gear, just excellent gear. Oh. Okay, so let me see. What time is? Oh, okay, it's time to send out some links. This is where I always look rude now. I'm going to open up a third browser window. Let me get this copy first. Do this. Does it seem like I've been gone, like shipped out for a year or something? I don't know why I got that feeling. Anchors away. Do, 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 do. All right, let's get this rocking and rolling, this thing. Let's see, compose. See, I haven't seen Francis around too much lately. BCC. Anthony, Drew, Greg, Dan, Maxine. Haven't seen Maxine too much. Teresa may be along later. She texted me today. Coach, 9,500 coming at you. We got Rory, Mitchell, Tess, Martha. I haven't seen much of Martha lately. Here's the link here. And Mark, we'll get you, if you want to come on. I need some help with terror for some of these. Let's see if I can. There's that link. Now I'm going to go to Facebook. Let's see, Jody. Take a look at it. Oh, wow, there's a really nice speakers, Jody. Jody, what's that unit on the bottom of your cabinet there that has the green indicator light on that? What is that on the bottom? What is that? And hold your answer for a minute because I won't be able to see it for a little bit because I'm beautiful looking speakers. See, I don't know. I want good headphones. Let's see, Facebook. Don't forget, guys, I am on Facebook and also Instagram, and we have a rather filled out blog post, www.rosie'O'Kelly.com. Been a lot of stuff added since August, regularly added on there. Let's see, let me get these out. Get these out. Let me get Terror here. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe Wayne will come on tonight. Mm-hmm. And we'll get Cameo too if she wants to come on too. Okay, there's the link for that. Bam. All right, there we go. I think that pretty much covers everything for right now. I'm going to close. I'll keep that open, and I'm just going to go to the side chat. Rosie O'Kelly, that's my Facebook page. Real easy. Same as Rosie.O'Kelly for the Instagram, and www.rosieo'kelly for our blog. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Rosie.
Nice to see you. Yes, I'm being rude again. I'm doing good, Josh. Nice to see you. Cameo, we'll get you a link out there, and I'm gonna, you know where I'm gonna post the link, Cameo, so you come in anytime you want. Let's see.
Hi, Linda Francine. And hello, Cameo. Hi, Josh.
Nice to see you, Jen. I feel like I've hardly seen Jen this week. I know it's weird, you know, but
yeah.
Nice to see you, honey. It's like we've been kind of.
Good to see you too. Yeah, it's
That's really weird.
I haven't seen you really for almost 2 days.
That's it. So let me put this on.
Hi, Jinx. And let's see. The chat is rolling fast. So let me hold on here. Hold on.
That's because you're on here
now. Let's see. We got Jinx and Susie. I'm on it. Josh.
I don't know why, Diane. It should be. I've got like 200 requests I haven't worked from. It sounds like a lot, but there was a year I wasn't even on. I didn't even do Facebook, so it just added up. But it's a lot to plow through. So trust me. You know, I know that.
Hello to everybody.
John says Cameo and me go back long before Rosie. Of course you do. I mean, you guys are like the original crew.
Hello, Diane.
You and Timmy113. My hands have been dying. The message for 8. Oh, massage. Yeah, who doesn't want a massage, Cameo? The unit in question is a NAM audio. Okay, that's really a nice looking unit, Jody. I got to copy and paste that because I want to understand the parameters of that. Sorry. Let's see. Will only let me message you. Well, you can message me and I'll make sure that we get that thing set up, Diane. Don't worry. Because I know you talked about Sherman Oaks being down in Sherman Oaks down there. And it's not going to be long till Jen and I are down in SoCal. The length of our trips is going to be touchy. As I said in the beginning, and as Jen will bear me out, she got a text from the clinic. Actually, both of us go to that facility. It's now going to be officially closed for a year, which has caused the tremendous hardship on other clinics in the county that are trying to pick up the slack. So I'm under a lot of pressure. We had a special visit by the state representative of the Medicaid program to, you know, twist my arm and some other things. So we'll see. So, okay, Diane. Hey, there's the stars of Vlogger Frog. Yeah, the John's Wacky World is hey, John, they're calling you a pest. You know, I started following, God, I don't know how many years ago, because I got interested in Messina and the town of Messina up there in New York and the closing of Alcoa. But the first video I saw of John's Wacky World, he was playing an upright piano that somebody junked on the street out there. And he was like me. He was the guy to go around and explore junk that people were, except he had a higher class of junk, right? It was not real. I had like crap. He collected like junk, right? Yeah, the pest of YouTube, that's it. So yeah, John Daniel goes way back. But you know what's really cool about John and John's Wacky World is that he's one of the last of the real boosters. You have a city that's basically circling the drain, you know, and this city may be with the fires eventually, but I'm saying Messina, you know, with the closing of, you know, the Alcoa works, supposedly, it's really going to throw the town for a loop. So of course, property values are dropped a lot, but it's still, he goes to all the city council meetings, does all that videos, all that stuff. So I started to get fascinated watching that stuff. And he gives tours of the town. He chained himself to a Baptist church to the doors in the hopes of saving it from being destroyed. And of course, they almost took the bulldozer and ran right over top of him. Yeah. Okay, John says he has videos. And Timmy won for bashing him in 2007. Yeah, he was out there goofing around on the piano. So,
meow meow, things. Meow meow.
Every time I hear ragtime, Coop's a very gifted, intelligent piano player who plays by ear. Yeah, the stars of Lager Puppet. Yeah, I never knew why people got so bent out of shape about some stuff on that. If you can't take a joke, don't be on YouTube, right?
That's right. You gotta have thick skin and an elastic heart.
Hey, there we go. Let's see what
hi, Rosie. Hi, Jen.
Yeah,
Right.
It's pretty looking cute tonight.
Let's see.
You both look good too.
Let's see. Jen says,
thank you.
Everybody say hi to Tara's here. Tara, I don't feel like I've seen you for a month or something. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe when you put out the seed, it's a strange phenomenon. When you leave, it's like time goes slowly or something. So.
Yeah, I'm scared to go out in the ocean. It's a little too scary for me.
Well, let me tell you, I think the boss had visions of going out crabbing in his 14-foot boat, and as soon as he cleared the harbor entrance and exit and got out into the Pacific, all of a sudden the boss is like, holy hell, it's like there ain't no way he's going to take an open boat, 14-foot boat out on the Pacific in wintertime. Hell no. And also, if you see what we encountered out there on our boat, all the more reason you'll say, oh, hell no. No.
I miss crab. I haven't had crab in about a year, so I'm going to tell my mom to make it someday soon.
Yeah, up here they have it for Thanksgiving. It's a popular thing up here. The crab season usually coincided with Thanksgiving time, so people like to have their crab for Thanksgiving. We got, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I mean, let's just say we're sitting on a hell of a lot of crab. If you were here, Tara, you'd be in crab heaven up here right now. So.
Hi, Jody.
Hi, I'm on it.
Phil.
Francis, I sent you a link. We're missing you. We're supposed to see you in a couple months. Where in the hell are you? Right? So what's going on, Terry? You working 6,000 hours a week still?
No, they kind of canceled it. They needed me on the night shift, so they had me come in a little later instead of working 6 to 6. So, but it's been a rough week. I've been watching hockey fights lately. And this I want to beat this one hockey player up because he punched one of my favorite team's players a few days ago. His name is Ryan Reeves. He's called the Terminator, and he's like the #1 fighter in all of hockey. And the Pittsburgh Penguins, who already won 2 Stanley Cups, he's on their team now. So I'm a little upset about that.
What did you think of the Astros winning the World Series, Tara? What did you think of that?
I don't care for the Astros or the Dodgers. It would have been more exciting to watch the Dodgers versus the Yankees.
Yeah, 2 teams I hate equally. Would have been great.
Yeah. Even if you don't like both teams, at least you could watch a famous rivalry,
Yeah. Mark, I'm going to send it to your YouTube channel. Give me 1 second here, okay? I'm not going to work Tara to death tonight. Let me just go to your YouTube. I got this YouTube side open here. Yeah, Jen.
If you can't find the part where you send a message, I know how to do it.
You have to go to the. You have to put about me. You have to put / about me.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, because I got to put about behind Mark's here. Let me put this here. So you get Scott and some other people too. I forgot to put him on the Facebook thing. So let me, Mark. This is coming to your YouTube. Just check your YouTube messages now, and you should have that. So. Yeah, okay, there we go. So anybody else? I think I pretty much got the link everywhere it needs to be right now. Sure. Let's see.
How's the weather down in Southern California?
Well, I think you should all move down here so you can live right next to me. Yeah, the weather's nice. It's nice and cool over here. It's not too hot, not too cold.
Well, one more year of fire should just about get us the hell out of here. You know, this might be the next one, might be the one that just pulls the plug on the whole city here. That could be the end of the thing. Oh, I don't know. Is he going to come on Wacky World? I'm not sure. I just sent Mark. Charles has it. We'll get if Scott shows up, because I want to ask him about shock absorbers for the. If I want to change out my factory shocks for something a little smoother on the van, I'm going to be taking that to Los Angeles. To my daughter's going to be having her first Thanksgiving, and I'm going to see how that does. That's going to be about a 500-mile round trip, so that's going to be a 600-mile round trip. So I'm going to be interested in seeing how that feels on the highway and stuff. So. Might up the suspension on that. Yeah, Francis, you got a link. I guess Francis is blown out, huh? Got a little drinky poo in tonight.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when she comes on.
Yeah, just hit that link, Francis. I don't think I've watched Vlogger Frog in a year. I just don't know if he's doing anything. I mean, he moved on, didn't he, to another community? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it's just not.
My grandmother had a lot of brothers and sisters, one sister and a lot of brothers, and she lost 2 or 3 of her brothers in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, well, there you go. Everybody has a military connection here somewhere. Most people probably lost somebody up the line too. So, John, if you want a link, really, I'm glad to send you one.
Is that the real one?
What, John's Working World?
Francis.
I don't know. Just seems like Francis is really like. You see that channel? Yeah, that's our. No, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. I landed on the luscious Linda Francine. I want to get Linda on. She needs to beef up her internet there.
Yeah, you and I and Jen have a lot in common with Linda, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's our Francis. That is our Francis, yeah. I can always tell by that nice paint by number on the. Yeah, that is definitely our Francis there. So.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, you're welcome to. Okay, I'm hoping that would be great, Linda. We would love to have you on. Oh no, I'm not Coop, but you're sweet to say that. Vicki, we'll get you a link out later. You don't usually come on. Hey, there's Mark. Hey, Mark. You got that work.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you blew me away, Mark, when you said you were a drill instructor, 72 to. That's about when I was in high school, but I'm just saying you look a hell of a lot younger than that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know about that, Rosie.
Yeah, you're a hard drinking, hard fighting mofo. You know, you look pretty good. You probably
I
got.
appreciate that. You're too kind to me, girl.
Yeah, you probably got your share of bar fights and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I used to love bar fights. I would stand up on top of the table and dive into them like in the Hollywood movies, you know, when they're swinging from the chandeliers.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. Yeah, I love that. You don't know who's who. You just throw yourself right into the walls, and just go.
Oh, even got the camera up. What
Yeah,
a
there you go. There you go. There you go. So how you doing? How you doing, Mark? Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. All the beautiful people here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love Tara's black to blonde.
Yeah, she is. She's got that little Mary Ann look going from Gilligan's Island going on.
Lipstick goes so much better with blonde, Tara.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Blondes do have more fun.
Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
Well, I think Tara's proof of that. Blondes do have more fun. You know, you don't have the party animal side like we do with Tara. You know, the unknown Tara, the non-gaming side that you don't know. The secret internet sites and things.
You know what I did last week when I was here, Rosie? I was fooling around, you know, trying to get on. And somehow I started a live stream on my channel. And it went on for like 30 or 40 minutes. And somebody tagged it and posted a comment on it to me. I didn't even know it was there, you know. I'm like, I get this comment from somebody, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I go to look at it, and it's me talking to you guys on a live chat that I'm broadcasting.
Wow, that's weird, huh?
I thought I was good for computers, but I guess I ain't what I think I am, you know. Or it's just YouTube.
Yeah, Tara's packing. That's what Rob said. Don't let Tara fool you. She's packing. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I think Bobby will be along in a couple minutes. Yeah, Tara, she's a sweetie pie. Yes, she is. Yeah, Tara always looked good playing her video games. I don't know whether it's the curved big screen that she's got that 4K resolution or what the story is there. Maybe.
Yeah, that red dress and that newest video is really pretty. You look really pretty in that, Tara.
I like the blue one. I like a little sparkle in my outfits there. You know.
Yeah, thanks.
Are those tractors, any of them tractors, excuse me, ladies, is there any of them tractors, JI case tractors behind you?
Yeah, there's a John Deere. John Deere?
Yeah, are they
from that case?
GI case?
Oh, yeah, I've got
everything, fence, every tractor under the sun.
Because I've seen them. Yeah, I live just right next to, well, it was their major manufacturing in Racine, Wisconsin. They still have a big plant there where I see them all the time. Yep.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of Case International Harvester.
I can't see if those ones are, but they make them
lined up over there.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. Case International Harvester and John Deere are my favorite because I did grow up with Case International Harvester and John Deere.
What's sad is they had this really big, huge plant. Yeah, all my buddies worked in the foundry back in the 70s or in manufacturing. I mean, it must have been over 100 or 150 acres. It was like the original plant from way back whenever they started making the tractors. And it's all gone now. There's nothing there. I think there's a research thing. But it's just an big empty lot full of trees and weeds now. It's kind of sad. But they still do have one big plant here. That's why when I went to high school, I graduated, but everybody else that I went to high school with, they all quit and went to work for Case Manufacturing, put their 35 years in and retired from it. You know, they didn't need a high school diploma. They got a high-paying manufacturing job in 1970.
Yeah.
They had let's see, the name will not tell you anything, but I'm going to say the name anyways. In Neuss, it's by Cologne, by the river, Rhine River. They had actually a case in the National Harvester plant in I think in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, into the mid 80s. And my godfather actually worked there in the 50s and in the 60s and retired from there.
Yeah, Jen, give me 1 second. I just want to say hello to Francis. Nice to see you, Francis. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, hey, my comb says hi.
Okay.
Hi, Francis.
Hey, Francis.
I'm a little fucked up, but that's okay.
Have a beer, it'll fix you.
I was busy all day getting drunk.
Well, that's a nice collection.
I drank Miller Lite today. Many aluminum pints.
Yeah, what was the occasion, Francis?
Veterans Day.
There you go. Francis's Submariner service.
I went to the saloon, and they had a big party going on because the barmaid that I like, that treats me right, she's not going to work there anymore. She got a new job down in St. Petersburg, so kind of bummed out. But that's all right.
Man, I couldn't do that. I could go in them. I tried to be a tank driver and an armored personnel carrier driver in the military. I couldn't stay inside of them things, man. I couldn't imagine what's being like in a submarine. You know, a tank was bad enough for me.
Yeah, well, Francis slept over the
submarine. I wasn't in one of these sweaty World War II diesel boats. Nuclear submarine is like sitting in your fucking living room, okay?
Yeah, you guys got the best food, but you're under the water no matter what, man.
Yeah, Francis doesn't know where in the hell she went in the Navy. You know, you never put in.
Yeah, well, hey, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody makes a big deal about being on a submarine. I don't think it was a big deal at all.
I thought you said sleeping over the torpedo.
It's better than fucking being in a foxhole getting fucking shot at, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Francis, is it true you got to know everybody else's job on that submarine?
Not really. You got to get submarine qualified. That's just knowing where all the important shit is in each compartment.
Okay, yeah, because I seen a special on one about being in submarine school, and it looked like really hard. What you just said, they had to go and learn everything, and they got their little submariner patch.
Yeah, you got a year to qualify to get qualified. You get this qual card. You got to learn about 50 different things and get, which is, you know.
Cool. Great Lakes Naval Academy is right down the street from me. I used to go there when I was in the reserves on Sunday to pick up cigarettes for everybody.
Oh, cool.
That's where the boss trained out of Great Lakes.
Yeah, when I'd go there, the Navy kids thought I was a forest ranger because I had the Smokey Bear hat on and all. When I was in the reserves, I was still a DI. I had the Smokey Bear hat on and shit. I'd walk
Yeah, it looks like your hat's on fire. How many fires did you have to put out to get that?
I'm saying, you know, Mark was a drill instructor from 72 to 76 or something. Can you imagine that? Oh, Kelly, get down and give me 20. You know?
Oh yeah. I PT'd a lot of trainees.
There we go.
The Marines call them recruits. The Army calls them trainees. You can make trainees sound pretty derogative if you want, Rosie.
I hear you. I hear you. No.
My dog is really acting weird tonight, man. He's like,
I'm just good for morale, that's all. Keep the trees,
yeah,
you know.
I meant to say morale tent, not moral tent. When I was
okay. I was going to say, like, well, a weird fight club, you know, they're going to straighten a few guys out in the tent.
yeah.
Like that.
No, they had what was called the morale tent. It was good.
I thought they were going to have like a Jimmy Swagger tent or something, a revival kind of thing, you know, holy rollers and all that. So I didn't know.
I participated in the adventures in the morale tent a few times on road trips to Great America.
Yeah, we love you long time. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
Shit, I better watch my mouth tonight.
The first 30 days I was on the sub, I was a mess cook. They give you mess cook duty, and they put your sorry ass right on a bunk right above the negative tank. So when they fucking let in water, you hear this big fucking noise. It sounds like the sub's going down, you know.
And the coolest thing Francis ever told me was, I was worried, like, you hear all the creaking and the pressure on the hull and stuff, and I thought, man, you know, that's got to be kind of freaky to be down like hundreds of feet or whatever, and you're just hearing this clanking. And I said, I hope they're built well. And Francis said, the very first trip, they take everybody to work to build it on the trip, and they take them right down to the deepest depth down there. So, you know, those guys are putting quality work into that sub. I love that story.
Yeah, and after you've done your mess cooking duty, they put you get your own bunk because you're like, you know, you're cleaning all the dishes and shit. They don't want anybody else to get sick, so they treat you pretty good. Then you become a NUB, N-U-B, nuclear unqualified body, and then they marry you to a fucking torpedo in the torpedo room that you sleep with for a long time.
All right. Okay, Jody. Yeah, pop back in later.
Okay.
Hey, George Bush is there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the senior or the junior.
Jack Benny and Don Wilson for many years. Yeah. Yeah. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. This is a big sponsor. I'm doing good, North. Nice to see you. I'm going to rock it out tonight. I'm only about a few minutes away from my first beer tonight, so that's good news.
Really? First beer?
Last, thanks, Maxine. You're lovely. Maxine says you look dreamy tonight. I guess I'm in a dream state.
They got a new Budweiser product out. It's called Amber Reserve or something. See that?
Is it any good?
Is it like an Oktoberfest beer, Francis, or a fall beer?
Well, it doesn't taste like regular Budweiser. It's a amber lager, and it's got the old-fashioned bottle, and it says it's like a 1943. I don't know. I think it was an amber beer they came up with after Prohibition died. I don't know. It's okay, you know. I mean, I had a few bottles like earlier in the week.
It's like a Bock beer, I think. Yeah, I like lager beer. I don't like ale. I love lager beer, German style lager. That's my kind of beer. Rob's like,
well, I like Pilsner beer better.
yeah, Pilsner's beers. That's close to lager. It's
that's like Miller, right? Pilsner.
Yeah, that's like Budweiser. Right? So.
Let's see, I got a question for the side chat. How are you doing? I'm on it.
I'm not supposed to drink alcoholic beverages anymore because I'm on this new medication called gliptizide. I had one pill this morning before I ate breakfast, so then I waited a few hours and went out drinking this afternoon. So.
Okay, here's your trivia question tonight. The Jack Benny Show opened with his theme song, radio and television, for over 40 years. What was his theme song called? It opens up the Jack Benny Show every single program.
I usually watch Jack Benny, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how smart the side chat is tonight. Jack Benny's theme song, it always was identified with him.
Oh, I can't remember.
Let's see. Yeah, nice to see I'm on it on. Yeah, Jen's got a lot of energy. She's been running around like crazy here. We had to do a lot of work to get ready for the Boss and Janet, but we really enjoyed having them for the 2 nights. I'll give you another hint. That song was popularized by Bing Crosby first, his theme song for Jack Benny Show. It was 1934. Let's see. Yeah, we have a busy side chat tonight. So, Tara, are you happy or sad that you know that you didn't get the extra hours? I mean, I know you were trying to make some extra do-re-mi for the holiday season.
It goes both ways. I like the money, but I like the time off, so it's 50-50.
They got pictures of Marilyn Monroe on the wall at the diner I go to once in a while.
I like the money, but
That's nice.
But John,
Marilyn Monroe is awesome.
John Wackney World, you should know the answer. You say you're a Jack Benny aficionado. Everybody should know Jack Benny's theme song. God, it was 40 years. It was the same thing. Okay, here's a funny one. Did you know Vlogger Frog was on the dating game in the late 1970s? Probably not Jack Benny. Probably not.
No, but I
imagine he probably didn't get
the Lawrence Welk show.
He probably didn't get a date, so you know that's probably where that happened.
Oh, Timmy went home alone.
Why should that? Why should that night be any different than any? Why do you think you start playing with? Why do you think you start playing with puppets? Huh?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Let's see. That's funny. Susie does it. It's part of that vibrating. Some asshole's got one of those rear trunk big
Oh yeah.
woofer pieces of shit going down the street, vibrating every piece of glass in the house here.
That goes back to 1995, doesn't it? Those woofers in the backs of their trunk.
Well, it's just reached the Mexican community around here now. That trend is finally swept into the Mexican community. So that's the big thing now. All right, so nobody knows Jack Benny's theme. Well. That theme was called Love in Bloom, first popularized by Bing Crosby. Love in Bloom. Okay, so in case they ever ask you, Linda says, I learned something about Mrs. Miller. She was not a fine of Johnny Carson. She actually got her start with I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. That's right, Greg. Love in Bloom. Thank you. It's Love in Bloom. Yeah, that's the song. Yeah, that was it. Not many people kept the same theme song for almost 50 years on there. So, yeah, Betty was driving an '87 Honda Civic. I don't even think his girlfriend drove him to the Mexican border to get his rotten tooth fixed. So I think he probably hadn't driven in years. So I use girlfriend in quotations. His lady friend, I guess I should say. Not, you know, because he's a brass rail guy down there. So let's see. Yeah, Greg, you did a good job on that. Susan. I got a wild side chat tonight on here. Yeah, his tooth was all messed up. Yeah, he had a rotten tooth. That was when I first, back in 2015 when we first crossed paths.
Did you ever go to the brass rail once, Rosie?
No, we didn't. We didn't. I'll probably
I passed by there once.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out. We're going to be spending a lot of time down your way terrace. We have a lot of time to investigate some of that stuff.
Yeah, all three of us will hop in there.
Yeah, we'll hop in there. We might see Timmy in there. So, yeah, don't. Yeah, John says, I hope my teeth won't be rotten. That could be a game changer, John.
Yeah, rotten teeth are not welcome around Sarah.
Yeah, Steve Allen, one of my favorites. Yes, Lindy was one of mine too. He was a genius. Absolute Mensa for sure.
Did you all like the Dick Van Dyke Show?
I was not, you know, I enjoyed the episodes where Maury Amsterdam and Rosemary were on, but I was not a really big. Mary Tyler Moore always left me kind of cold. I enjoyed, you know, Dick Van Dyke. I liked a bit more, but I just didn't get the. You know, it wasn't one of my favorites, but I would watch it.
Yeah, Dick left me kind of cold too, so. I never really watched it, so I don't know.
Well, Rosemary has a movie of her life coming out. She's 94 now.
She's a spring chicken.
Well, I remember the little black bow she would always sport in her hair. And always had a little black. Yeah, Hi Ordinary. I Love Lucy. Yeah, that was more up my alley. Only Fred William Frawley, who played Fred Merckx, he made I Love Lucy for me, you know.
Are any of you going to go see that movie, The Murder on the Orient Express?
I might actually see that because I've probably seen every version of that.
Well, I like Johnny Depp, so I might see it, but I doubt it.
Oh, is Johnny gonna play? Oh, he's gonna play Inspector Pirion, whatever his name is.
Yeah, who was the French inspector? It was on the Orient Express that solved the.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Pierrot or something like that.
Perot or something. Yeah, Fred and Ethel never got along. And actually, Lucille Ball and Vivian Vance hated each other in real life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Vivian Vance was younger than Lucille Ball, and she was made to be frumpier looking and everything.
She was good looking, I thought. Really, really attractive. When she was younger, not during the later.
Yeah, well, they frumped her up, and she really, you know, and also William Frawley hated her too. They just hated her, Vivian Vance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just. It was really. It was amazing they could work. That was the professionalism that they had, that they could work together even though they didn't like each other. Okay, Josh, we'll keep it down. I know your parents are getting ready for bed, so I'll keep it down.
Hey, does anybody know how to turn the side chat on in Chrome?
Yeah, you have to open up another browser window and go to my YouTube channel. Click on the live event you'll see there, and make sure you mute that browser window because it'll be delayed. So.
In Chrome, I need to open up another.
Yeah, go open another window. Go open another Google window and another Chrome window and go to my channel, and you'll see live event on YouTube. Just click on it, but make sure you mute it.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't see it in here, and I tried on a couple other ones like Firefox, but there's a delay in there, so I want to I don't want to seem rude if anybody's asking me side chat. I know.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to, if you're going to watch that, you really need to have that side chat to really enjoy the Hangout, I think, because the side chat really helps, you know, the people that are on the side and stuff. So, yeah, Jen's having hot flashes all week.
Okay, I'll go do that. Thank you, Rosie.
Yep, no problem.
Besides being a trivia expert, you're an engineer. Well, I know that.
I've always enjoyed the entertainment, particularly from the 1900 to 1910.
I like watching you fix all them old stereos. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm up to my butt in problems with the Sony I'm working on now.
No, you regret taking about 30 of them out to the range and shooting them with a machine gun. Could have shipped them to Rosie, and she could have fixed them. Told them.
Hi, Warren. Nice to see you in the side chat, Warren.
Bobby's here.
And turn the light on and drive around blocks of blocks.
Don't finish, Bobby. You're becoming proactive. Okay? Yeah. Oh.
I need to see if I can grab some to eat. I'm starving.
All right, I am back.
How are you doing, Warren?
Francis, are you playing the fish? Isn't that thing they call in the orchestra that has the ribs, the wooden thing that you put the, you know, what do they call that, Tara, that instrument that rubs the, you know, like in the Cuban band and stuff, they use that?
You got me. I like the xylophone a lot, but I don't know what you call that thing you're talking about.
I think, Tara, if I was going to be in a symphony orchestra, I would really try to be the triangle player. That would be my forte, to be able to tell people at cocktail parties that I play the triangle in the symphony orchestra. I think that would be pretty good. Other than that, the kettle drum would be my other choice.
Thank you, Norris.
Wouldn't that be a fascinating career? Is to be a symphony musician, and all you do is spend your time practicing the instruments, and you travel around the world.
Yeah, I would say that would be great. It sounds like a Coen Brothers movie in the making, Tara. You know, like making a career, making $120,000 a year playing the triangle for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra or something. A big moment in the spotlight. Ding. Probably Christmas time, right? Ding, 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 ding.
That's probably a tough job, because you have to wait through the whole symphony just to ding it maybe once or twice, you know?
Yeah, it's like he probably doubles as the guy that fires the cannon in the War of 1812 overture. You got to like that at just the right time, right?
Yeah, that's probably really hard to do.
Hey, we got Warren on the side chat. Nice to see you. Yeah, I don't know what Francis is doing, scratching the microphone or something. I don't know. Francis is flying high tonight. Francis, are you okay?
Oh, that was me. I think I was gritting my teeth. I'm unconscious sometimes, you know.
Lots of crap. The boss left his shoes.
The boss's Sears Roebuck shoes on the boat, the bottom came off of his shoes.
He left them here.
Yeah, he left them here. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the boss. I'm on the boat. All of a sudden, he lifts his foot up, and his boot is coming apart on the boat.
They sell organic eggs at Walmart, you know.
That must be that seawater.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
Hi, Bobby.
Hey, how are you?
Here's Bobby to bring
Good.
Rosie didn't turn the light on.
I didn't have the porch light on, so he missed the driveway.
I missed the driveway, so I had to drive around a mile. Around the block's a mile.
He had to take a little tour of Roseland tonight, drive around a little bit here.
Along with all the crazy drunks and druggies out there. I'm like, hey, hi, Tara. Where's Mr. and Mrs. Dickey?
Oh, they'll be along later. I'm going to make Boss an honorary wrench tonight. I'll enjoy that.
Oh yeah, there'll be nobody on the panel. Don't do
No,
that.
he'll be sharing duty with Greg tonight. I guess Juice will be along later too. So
Oh God.
that's my wedding present. Hey, Meddy, nice to see you.
Juice
Meddy,
will be short-lived.
Hi, Oz. Nice to see you, sweetie. It's love in bloom. How did that song go? Da, na, 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 na. I always mix that up with another theme. What theme song is that from? I can't remember. I'm bothered by theme songs these days. Hi, Auntie. Nice to see you. I have stupid theme songs running through my head at 4 a.m. in the morning.
You remember the Newhart theme song?
Let's see. I remember Mary Tyler Moore, Newhart.
You know, it was a good one, the Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, that was a.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to remember, Terry, because he would come home on the
Hi, Susie.
come home and Suzanne Plachette would open the door to the.
Well, Newhart had a show in the late '80s, also, right?
Oh yeah, he had the one he lived in Vermont as an innkeeper.
Yeah, right. I remember that theme.
Yeah, there was
That was-
Daryl and Daryl and Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
I'm Larry, just my brother Larry. That was it.
Hi, Bobby.
Hey, hello. How are you, Mark?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah,
I
welcome
got
back.
one more question for you, Miss Tech.
Hi, Maddie. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't see any volume control. I'm in Google, I'm in Chrome, and I can't turn the volume down anywhere on the browser. So
Well, can you see the side chat now?
in the other browser I can, but the voice.
We're not having any interference, so whatever you did worked. So you're good to go.
Well, yeah, I got the side chat muted in the other browser,
Yeah.
but when I look at that browser, the voice coming from this browser, the original one, is not in sync with you guys.
Yeah, that's because our live chat here is 45 seconds ahead of what people on the side chat see. In other words, if you say something, they're not going to hear that on the side chat for 45 seconds. So
Okay.
they're out of synchronization. There's a built-in delay
Right.
here. So that's why if you don't have that muted, you'll get this feedback, this vicious kind of feedback cycle that's a real pain in the butt.
Okay, so you just got to deal with it then, is what you're saying.
No, you just muted it like you did now, so you're perfectly good to go now. You're watching the side chat in real time, and you're listening to us, and we're actually real time. They're somewhat delayed responding to what we're saying, 45 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
Is Ellie here? Hi, Ellie.
Okay, thanks. Well, I know I've done it before, and it just seemed really weird tonight, for some reason.
Rob says, don't give the boss a wrench, I'll be banned. Rob, ain't nobody going to ban you. Don't worry. No.
Must be something in the water.
Yeah, I already made the mistake. I had a little bit of a dust up with Rob because I had to troll. I was playing around with Rob, but I guess I took it a little too far because I was saying, oh, you're making nasty comments on, something about Elvis in Vegas next month. And I was just kind of, I guess, pushed it a little too far, so he got a little miffed about that. But good to see you back. I was just kind of joking around. Ain't nobody going to ban you, Rob, so don't worry.
We're here to have
Yeah,
fun.
Lauren,
Don't take it personal.
Mark is a bona fide gun expert, training, tactical, military.
Thank you,
He was a
man.
drill instructor.
Cool.
Probably top notch for weaponry. Anything you want to know about. Enjoys exercising his Second Amendment right, which is great. He's not going to go into a Texas church and shoot people up. But he's the kind of guy you want to be carrying in that situation, so he can take a knucklehead like that down.
Rosie, Bobby, Rosie, and Mark, did you like the movie Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
When I seen that originally when it came out, I was in the theater with a buddy of mine, and we watched the whole first part well, in the beginning when they're taking Gomer Pyle through basic training, and he's just degrading them verbally and mentally, you know what I mean? Everybody in the theater is laughing at that. They thought that was really funny, you know, when he's swearing at them and all this. And the first time he whacked him across the head, the whole theater went, you know, and they thought that was terrible. You know, I blurted out, yeah, it's okay to mind fuck the guy, you know, go ahead and tear his brain apart, but smack him. People got a problem with it. You know, my buddies were pulling down, sit down, shut up, you know.
But I thought it was funny, Mark, because you know, Ermy being an actual drill sergeant for many years, he was hired to be a technical advisor for that movie first. And then one day the guy didn't show up, and they said, Ermy, would you just stand in and do his lines? And they took like 5 minutes of him. He's like, they let the other guy go, and they asked him if he could do that. And I mean, he was fantastic. You think about the opening monologue that he spoke for like 6 minutes straight. You know how much dialogue he had to learn, and a lot of that was, of course, was real thing on his part. You know, I thought he gave an amazing performance for first time out of the gate for a movie. I thought he was fan-fucking-tastic.
He was great. He also was in, well, he's been in many movies, but he was also in The Boys in Company C, which was about Vietnam-era Marine Corps movie. And then I showed you the Glocks that I got where he signed them on the one side of them when I met him at the NRA convention in Milwaukee in 2006. I took him up there, and I just brought the slides in for the guns. You know, I didn't bring the whole guns in. Brought the slides in, stood in line, he signed them. And then he was like, well, that's really cool. And he's like, you watch my movies? And I said, yeah. My favorite movie with you and is called Fireblaze Gloria, and it looked like I just gave a 10-year-old kid a bucket of ice cream or something. A big shitty grin came over his face. That's your favorite Arlie Earl? Not Full Metal Jacket? I said, no, Fireblaze Gloria. And he's like, I helped write that and produce that movie. He was ecstatic about it, you know. If you ever get a chance to see it, it's called The Siege of Firebase Gloria. There's a really good line in it, and I won't try to explain the whole movie, but he goes into the hospital where the female doctor captain, you know, is taking care of the wounded, and he starts barking out orders, you know, and she says, he's yelling at her, you know, and she says, it's captain. And he says, what? She says, it's the rank, it's captain. And he looks at her and said, well, maybe you ought to be in charge, you know, because he was a sergeant major, and he took over the fire base because the captain was whacked out smoking pot. So. Excellent, you know, you'd like it.
Now you're bleeding over to Apocalypse Now. Everybody was high, or.
But what we do is drill instructors is you got to take these, you know, people that are 18, 19 years old. They're used to being, you know, a regular citizen, and you have to take all that away and then train them, regroom them to be in the military. And when I was in, we only had 8 weeks to do that. So you take them from, you know, people with long hair. Once you shave their hair and put them in a green uniform, nobody knows who anybody is no more. You know, everybody's equal. You know, you start out on an even playing ground. You know, it don't matter if you're rich, you're stupid, you're smart, you're good looking, you're not good looking, because everybody's getting the same treatment. They're all getting torn down and then rebuilt all over again. So, I mean, drill instructors were hard jobs. When I was in, they had the highest divorce rate in the Army. You know,
probably couldn't gear down for home. You know, it's probably tough to gear down. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, they started at 5:30 in the morning. I started at 3:30 in the morning. And I didn't go to bed till 10 o'clock at night.
Sergeant.
Hi, Mandy.
That's funny. Susan said, my daddy still makes his bed perfect every morning. That's pretty cool. It's like Bobby's very drill precision, aren't you, Bobby? Huh? Bobby gets mad. He sleeps in that front bedroom if the doors are open on the dresser and stuff. Bob like has his damn drawers in that thing. He likes things just so
Perfect.
Yeah, I never put hands on any trainee. We were not allowed to put hands on any trainee, but I did trash a few barracks. You know what I mean? Bunks out the windows, clothes and foot lockers and wall lockers all over the company area.
That's good. All
But I
right,
was fair.
Jen, take over for a minute.
I may be hard, but I'm fair. That's Arlene's quote.
Okay, so let's see. I need to find my keyboard thing here. There we go.
It's not too bad. Well, I have a heavy jacket on.
All right. Hey, we got Ozak Lady in the side chat. Welcome. Good evening to you. I haven't seen you
Who's that?
yet.
Is that Francis?
And is Francis there?
Hey, so Mark,
She might be sleeping.
Oh, okay. Because she's hiding. Yeah, on this picture here, she's behind the icon there. Okay, so go ahead, Bobby. You had a question.
Yeah, I was going to ask Mark. I said, Mark, you were a drill sergeant.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Okay.
Hi, Jinx.
So, okay, what else have we got going on? How do you enable cams? Well, you're gonna have to, North, you're gonna have to have an invite to the chat for that. Jinx says hi, yeah.
Jinx. Thank you for the baseball gloves, Jinx.
Wasn't that awesome of Jinx?
Yeah, thank you so much, Jinx. That was a
kind of person that
It
Jinx
was really kind of you to send those.
Jinxie is. It's the kind of stuff that just blows me away. That somebody that thoughtful and that sweet actually exists in the world today. That's what.
Yeah. Jinxie's a good one.
Yeah, she's a keeper. She's a keeper. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if France is still here.
Yeah.
I heard rumors she's sleeping. So, what are you drinking tonight,
Francis, how the hell are
Tara?
I ain't sleeping.
I'm drinking Jim Beam, but next I'm gonna get something better in a few weeks.
Better Beam.
Are you gonna get 4 roses?
Oh no, I think
No.
Tara on the Pappy Van Winkle list. Her number probably came up to the top now. She's on next in line for the
Thank you, man.
20-year-old Pappy Van Winkle bourbon, huh, Tara?
No, I want to get that Highland Park Scotch. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It'll probably cost me $45 a bottle.
$45. Wow.
12-year-old Scotch.
Well, Scotch ain't cheap. The aged stuff is single malts can be expensive. What is I'm not sure. What's the one Glenfiddich? What does that go for? A fifth of that stuff.
Glenfiddich is just $20 a bottle.
I'm going to say $21 or something like that, or something like that.
Hey, you know, there's 4 different types of food coloring, and from 1 to 4, you've got the more unhealthy down to the least unhealthy. Scotch is the one that uses the least unhealthy food coloring, and bourbon uses number 3, and beer uses number 1, I think. It's kind of an interesting fact.
Yeah, that's right, Coop. So be careful. Coop says, I look way too sexy to get on cam tonight. Rosie won't be able to keep her hands up. That's just an occupational hazard on your part, Coop.
Hey, Coop, rumor has it you're coming to Vegas.
Hi, Allie.
Hello, Ellie. Oh, I'm going to be there. I've already been talking to Vegas Vixen. She's looking forward to seeing. I think we're going to see Kelly down there.
Yeah, Kelly be there and a whole bunch of other people, I think.
Coop will be there Monday on the way to LA. That'll be pretty cool. So.
Hey, Rosie, there's mainly two types of crab to eat, right? There's king crab, and then there's that other kind.
I grew up on blue crab on the East Coast in Chesapeake Bay over there. You have Dungeness crab, which was really big California coastal and up in Washington State and Oregon. And there's all kinds of other crabs. There's crabs. When I got to Hong Kong, I couldn't believe the variety of crabs that were over there. You know, spotted ones, they look like leopards. I mean, it was weird. Blue crabs, just fluorescent blue, all kinds of stuff. See, I never really warmed up to king crab legs because you go to buffets and stuff, and they're all over salted water, and they put those, and they're terrible.
So you don't like king crab, huh?
Well, I'm going to tell you what changed my mind. We went to Harvey's buffet in Lake Tahoe. I don't know if you saw that video where we had the buffet there. That was good. That was properly done. That was really excellent crab legs up there. They had the hot and the cold Dungeness crab, and they had some of the good crab legs too. So, yep. But I don't know. The Dungeness turned out, they're really big, very heavy. When you take a party boat out a couple miles offshore, you get the really big boy crabs down on the bottom out there.
Those were grandpa's. You see those crabs last night, Terry? Damn, they're big.
No, I haven't watched the video.
They were huge. I couldn't even eat the whole thing.
Neither Bobby nor Jen could finish their
Those aren't the kind you buy in the store, like the boss said.
These are restaurant ones. You would never see these size in supermarket for sale. These are.
I did watch your Lake Tahoe videos, though.
Yeah, and I thought, Tara, that really, Harvey's was, you weren't there, Bobby, but Harvey's was really, for $35, I thought, I don't know, it was like $28. I thought it was really good because everything was properly done and there wasn't any over-salted crap and all that.
Yeah, that was $20 for the buffet.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Hi, Sassy. Nice to see you.
Hi, Sassy. Good.
Bottle of Cabernet sold over 300,000. Why? Well, that's a big price. We've had some of them here in Napa Valley for fundraisers. Somebody will pay $1 million for a bottle of wine.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joey Baloney. I don't know who that. I don't think Janet's a horse mouth. She'll be along, and the boss will have a wrench, so you'll probably be the first one to get.
That's right. You'll be gone.
You better get your licks in now.
You will be a bologna sandwich. Real fast. You'll be diced, and between two slices of white bread and gone. Yeah.
You see Janet's picture from her wedding day? She looked good in that.
She looked really good.
Yeah. I think the boss looks a little bit like Herb Alpert.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He looks a little like Herb Alpert. Sometimes when you get him in the right light, he looks like Ponch from Chips on the TV show. You know, you get him in just.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Awesome.
That's Eric Estrada, right?
Yeah, Eric Estrada.
Yeah, Eric Estrada is probably one of the best-looking men of all time, too. You know?
He is. Yes, he is. Except for the deckhands on the ship yesterday. I told you if they had the calendar for the hottest Bodega Bay party boat deckhands, these guys would have been top notch right there. This was the best looking crew you could ever imagine. These guys.
Yeah, Rosie, wait till you see my landlord. This guy is, You think he was a model, a surfer model?
Miss Bo Geloni says, there was a time, Rosie, where you and me got along, but I see how it is now. Yeah, I see how it is now too, Joe. You want to come in with your guns blazing and insult my best friend? Yeah, you can see how it is now. You're right. So you come in and act decently, and we don't have a problem. But you come in, I've never said anything negative about you, but you can come in and just fire away and say all your nasty stuff. But I'm just supposed to smile and say, welcome aboard. Well, it doesn't work that way in Rosie's world. So now you see how it is. So stay and be nice or be gone. Let's see, Diane said, I saw Eric Estrada work out in a gym near me, Rosie. I'm the same city I live. So, Diane, you left me hanging, right? Where's the punchline? Colonial Colonial Life Health Insurance commercial.
Who is Eric Estrada?
Oh, come on, from Chips on the TV show. Rode a motorcycle.
Oh, that one.
Really
okay.
Good. Latino guy.
Then he got too big for Richard.
The sexy one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him loose, and his career went right down the tubes after that.
Yeah, he was. I like.
Yeah, that's what usually happens after you go to the gym after that.
I met Eric Estrada out in Las Vegas at a convention. Pretty cool guy.
I see him when selling land in Montana, an infomercial. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, probably.
It was the same convention I blew cigarette smoke in Brooke Shields' face. I remember that. That was fun.
Brooke Shields.
I can imagine something else I'd rather live in her face than cigarette smoke.
Right in front of me, I was smoking inside.
We'll leave that for. There's no. That's Kelly.
Was that?
Hi, Kelly.
Monkey said, "Who's Kelly?" There's Kelly. No, we're going to be meeting her in. That's Kelly. We're going to be meeting her. She's going to dance for me at the Piranha Night.
Hey, now.
All right. Wow. You can dance with Marshall.
She promised me a dance. I heard Mr. Wise going.
Oh, nice.
Probably be the same crew. So who knows who's going to show up down there? No, nor thank anybody can come on my live cam. You're welcome to come on. I didn't really know Mark until what 4 or 5 months ago. Mark Charles. Now we're hanging cool. So I met him. I think I met Mark on TR's chat. Mark over there. TR Preppers chat.
I think I just came in found your hangouts and came in, was chatting with you on the hangout, and somehow I finagled my way on your panel, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got past security and they let me in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Kelly's. Like, I got no problem meeting Elvis. Yeah, bring him on down. She's like, I'll give him a big hug. I got like her spirit,
Maybe give him a
That's
kick.
good, North Hank. You'll still be welcome to come on. Yeah, that's it. Coop said the day I'm in Vegas is mine and Bobby's time. We're leaving the girls at the hotel. There we go.
All right, Coop.
I used to go out there every two times a month for forever when we had 2 stores out in Vegas. We had one in Henderson on Boulder Highway, and we had one on Sahara Boulevard, and then the 12 stores in Wisconsin. But I'd go out there every month, and I did that for about 8, 9, 10 years. And then the last time I actually went to Vegas, you won't believe it or not, was right after 9/11. I haven't been back since. I want to go back because it's grown so much.
Oh, I'd love to come down. I can't wait to get down to. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to Alabama, down in Mobile, and down in Birmingham. Damn right. Yeah. What was I saying, Mark? I'm going to be spending a lot of time in Vegas when I retire with, they have the video conferencing and they introduce all the latest video gear and stuff every year.
Yeah, the video con, Comic Con, all kinds of cons.
Hey, there's France.
Francis woke up. Francis, I need to be here.
Hey, what's happening?
You ever been to the Consumer Electronics Show, Rosie?
No, but I plan on taking Jen there.
You'd like that. They used to have it twice a year, once at McCormick Place in Chicago.
Well, I want to go in the day before because now that we got, okay, that's great. That's Amanda. You're a pretty gal, Alabama.
Oh my God.
And then they used to have a section for the adult people. And then the guy from AVN magazine years ago, I don't think they got invited back to that convention no more. So the guy from AVN magazine did his own convention, and then we started going to that one. They have AVN. I'm not sure what that means anymore, the magazine, but we used to go to the awards every year. I'd buy a table for $1,000, 10 seats, and take all my store managers to the Porno Academy Awards. The managers loved it, you know. So
I think that's the AVN or something.
AVN, adult video.
Not that I would know about that, but I've heard rumors that.
There was a character there. I can't remember his name. Boy, it'll come to me.
There was actually one of my good friends from Facebook has won an award for Cam Hostess or something for Chatterbait last year.
Chatterbait's closed down Climax.
Yeah, I don't know.
I stay up on all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I kind of fell behind. So. I work the party boat circuit now. Everything's legal offshore.
Yeah, 3 miles out and the hell with the rules.
3 miles out, and anything goes over there. So that's it. Francis, how are you?
It's that weird noise. What's happening?
Looks like Tara's lifting safeties on a broiler.
Wayne, I sent you a link later if you want to come on. Nice to see you. Wayne's here. Wayne's World.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Susie, too.
Yeah, UFO wanted to ask if you're feeling.
Yes, I'm feeling much better, UFO. Thank you. Love you, UFO. Hearts to you. This is for you, Jinxie.
Hey, did any of you like Ronnie Millsap?
Did he do Don't Pull Your Love Out on Me, Honey? Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me there sad. I think he did that, didn't he? Ronnie Millsap?
I don't know. He was the one who sang "Looking for Love" and all the wrong places.
And I know he did that one too.
No, he didn't do that one.
No,
He
Don't
did.
Pull Your Love Out on Me, Honey.
No, he did "Smoky Mountain Rain Keeps on Blowing."
I like that. I like Ronnie Millsap. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody be getting jelly of Jinxie now here.
Who did that? Don't pull your love out on me, honey. Take my heart, my soul, my money, but don't leave me here drowning.
That wasn't Ronnie Millsap.
Take that big white bird. I'm gonna fly right out of here. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Tara just jumps from. Yeah, that's what Tara does. Let's see. Francis, are you okay?
Yeah. So Tara, do you have any of your questions handy?
Of course.
Awesome.
Okay. What Sean Connery sci-fi flick was set in 2293?
2293.
That was Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds. Don't use my love.
Yeah.
What?
Don't do your love battle, my honey. Take my heart, my soul, my
How did you
honey.
find that out?
Baby, I'm a Google expert here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is Google the lyrics.
Yeah.
So, Rosie, what Sean Connery sci-fi flick was set in 2293?
Oh,
I'm not going to go. I don't go
That
to trivia questions. So
was it Zardox or something like that?
Yeah, it was Zardoz.
damn, Francis, that was good. Shit.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
And you're drunk too.
Actually, I think Tara said that question before.
Yeah,
Dang, Tara, hold
probably
my
did.
hand. I need to be here.
Zardox. It's Zardox, I think,
Man,
right?
you know, Tara, I've never even heard of that movie.
Yeah, me
James,
either.
hold my hand.
Never even heard of that. No, I didn't throw shade, Coop. I didn't throw shade. Francis and I we can shade each other without shading. That's okay. I didn't shade anybody.
Shade? What's
Yeah,
that mean?
like it's those fake cherries, Rosie. I don't know.
Those things
I've already
were
had-
terrible.
I already had a friend of mine on earlier, Diane C, down in LA, and she's like me. They were okay. They weren't, by itself. The chocolate Jen would have liked it, and a chocolate bar. But you put the cherries in, which she does not like maraschino cherries. Then you put the goo in, and then it's a real no-go for Jen. She likes
that white goo in there, that just really ruins the whole
that was a pink goo.
chocolate experience.
It was like a pink goo, and the real high quality cordials have like a cherry liqueur. Get a real sour cherry 16, not a maraschino cherry. But I'm a low ender. What do I know, right? I mean, Las Vegas vacation. What was Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation? That's my kind of Christmas. Real low ender shit. When Uncle Marvin pulls up in the RV and dumps his black tank down.
Yeah, I love that scene with the RV outside their house.
That was great.
That'd be Marshall coming to visit you.
I like to be plugged in that thing, and it just, after about 5 seconds, just fucking failed. And the old man's like, "It's all right, Clark. I'm sure it will look great." The old man's like used to comforting, Oh shit. Let me ask you this, guys, and I'm trying to be serious. Anybody recommend a good quality bed? I got this bed that I've been on. It's like a rock now. It just feels so damn firm that I almost feel like I'm on a torture chamber. A good brand of bed. Anybody recommend out there? Anybody get a good night's sleep that says, "Hey, this thing really rocks," without paying like an arm and a leg, right? Well, tell me again, Ellie, because most of the shit goes in one ear and out the other.
I know people pay $2,000 for a bed.
Sorry. Get my breath. Sorry.
Man, what was that?
I'd rather have a bad back for. Oh man!
I
Susie.
took my buddy's wife shopping. My buddy broke his hip like five or six times since December, and it just dislocated again. So they had to move downstairs. Their bedroom was on the second story of their home, so they had a bedroom downstairs. They had a fish room in it. We tore that out and repainted it. And I went out to take her out to buy new furniture and a bed. You guys got mattress firms in California?
I don't know what we got. You know, I mean, you know, somebody throws out a mattress, we grab it, we try it, you know.
She spent $6,000.
How much?
$6,000
For a mattress? For a bed?
I think that's up
for a mattress, and it was a California King, but it was two in those adjustable hospital bed style.
Open, yeah.
Oh, what is that? What is that called? Posture? No, what the hell is that called? The Craftmatic or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It was the top. It was not the top. Maybe the third from the top that they had in there. And then we went over to Bob's Discount Furniture and spent another $2,200 buying dressers and tables and mirrors and.
Oh,
was that like the number bed or sleep number
She
bed?
got everything on credit with 0% financing for.
Well, Mark, let's take this approach then. Let's say theoretically there was a person, not to be named, but let's just say a person that didn't want to spend a lot of money for it. Okay, let's just theorize a little bit here. Let's just imagine there's one person out there that's cheap, that doesn't want to spend a lot of money for it. Is there a bed where the intersection of price and comfort come together in maybe the lower third quadrant down there? I guess that's the better question down there. Huh?
I got a Serta memory foam. I bought 3 or 4 years ago. I like it. You know, I mean, the whole thing was, you know, the box spring and all that was $500. You know.
Oh, that's my.
Susie says, "What's up for bedbugs?"
I'm a cheap guy or something. I remember the last bed when I was married, my ex-wife bought. You know, she said, "I want a new bed." I said, "Go get one." You know.
They got new mattresses.
I had it delivered. And, you know, showed me the charge card. It was $1,500. You know.
Well, I was always one of those people that was told, get a firm bed. You know, it's better for your back and stuff. You won't have a. Now I'm like, God, this thing is like so, you know, it's like sleeping on a cement block, you know, and it's just.
Yeah, Rosie, do you sleep on your back or do you sleep on your side?
Jan's like,
that bed for $6,000. I'm late in the thing, you know, in his house after it got delivered. It's a nice bed.
Rosie hangs off her feet from the ceiling sideways, kicking and whatnot.
I go from my back to the left side, to the right side, to the bottom, to the back, to the
crossways, sideways.
Now Ellie said, "I comfort Serta."
And it works.
Okay, UFO says I got a site for you. Just put it in there. Just put it. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
You get older in the bed, the bed gets kind of uncomfortable. You know, I mean, I don't know whether you just, you know, some people get older.
It's when you have a big round butt, then you wear that mattress out fast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So, you know, yeah, I think Warren said the big butt messed me up. Threw the bed out of bounds. She may be right, Warren. My ass has certainly put on some weight. I can tell you that. So, yeah. So, okay, Ellie, thank you. Okay. What does that mean? Did you buy a $5 necklace? Yeah. I don't know. That's it. Richard Riley says, I see a farmer's daughter will sleep in the barn. There we go. Woo. That's it.
Yeah. That's right. We'll sleep up in the hayloft. That's right.
I don't know, Coop. They're just.
Hi, Greg. Hugs.
Okay, yeah. Diane, if you ever stayed at Hampton Inn, they sell their beds. Now, there's a good thing.
Rosie, just go to the store and lie down, and if you feel good in it, then just buy it.
Yeah, the problem is sometimes like the store test is not like
Yeah,
what
but
comes
what
to
they
your
deliver
house.
is not what you laid out. Hey, my best sleeping was when I'm up in the country on the river and I put my air mattress under my back of my truck and lay in the stars. Oh, I sleep so good.
Yeah.
Well, if you sleep on your side, you don't want a really firm bed because it's not going to contour with your body. If you sleep on your back, that's when you want a firm bed.
Yeah, I just never had any problem with that. We're in the last year, it's just gotten really, I'm constantly complaining to Jen that, I just, it's tough on her.
Hi, DJ.
Tossing and turning and turning. Yeah, Kelly, you should ask for a couple of nights off. You should hang with us,
Yeah.
Take it. You're due for vacation now. You should get a couple days off and hang with us. Have a good time. You can be dressed and everything. We'll have a great time.
Yeah, Kelly, don't wimp out on us.
Yeah, make a fun. We're coming in Thursday. I'm going to have a car this time. We're going to drive in. It's not going to be bad. I want Jen and Bobby to see the ride to Vegas. I've done this probably 10 times, so it's no big deal.
Personally, I'd like to fly, but
by the time you go to SAC and you get on the plane and you go down and you get off, and you're already 6 hours right there. By the time you get everything done, you got to get up early. You got to go to SAC, and I figured this time would be nice. I'm going to rent a really comfortable vehicle, so it's going to be a really comfortable ride.
Why don't we just take my truck?
Well, I don't know, Bobby.
Why don't we just take my truck?
We'll see.
I mean, my truck's comfortable. I'll sit back.
Greg says, Rosie, even you could not turn down the prices. See, now Greg's on mine. Greg's on mine. No, that. Okay, Greg's on mine.
My truck has 6,000 miles.
That's it. Sleeps on a doghouse.
Now, is it true? Is it true when you get older that you should have a softer bed or a firmer bed? For me, I think that you need a softer bed. So, yeah, we might do a hangout from Kelly's RV down there. You don't know. We don't know, Rob. We may do that. We'll probably do a hangout from the hotel room. So let's see. Number where you can adjust each side relative same price. We'll see. I think we'll go out and just try out a few things. We'll go to some mattress, try out some stuff. Yeah, there you go, Callie. He says Piranha Club has a karaoke contest this Tuesday. The winner gets 2 stage performances. How's that? Yeah.
I know.
We have a pillow top, and it's still no good. We have a pillow top thing on it. Yeah, pressure points. That's it. That's what I got. I'm on it. I got these pressure points that are killer. You're a lot younger, Jinx. You're in your prime years. Jinx, I don't know. I think Jinx is young, very young, like Chris.
Yeah, I'm getting a new bed too, Rosie.
Huh?
I'm getting a new bed too, probably in January.
That's cool. I'm willing to spend the money, but I want to make the right decision this time. Because everybody, get firm, get firm, get firm. And now it's like killing me. Rosie's left testicle says Tempur-Pedic hybrid. Okay. Warren says just add foam to your bed. Just message me to my channel, UFO, if you don't mind. Tempur-Pedic. That's the one that adjusts, right? I get the Tempur-Pedic, and you just punched your old bag card.
What's the one where it has the control where you can make it soft?
That's the Tempur-Pedic. Welcome to being an old bag.
And what's the price of those?
Anybody know anything about that bed, the purple bed? I see an infomercial on it. It looked pretty cool. Called the purple bed.
Purple. That's like the Prince model or what?
Damn, Rosie, you're fast.
I know, a party like it's 1999. Jen's like, Rose, let me help you get into bed.
No, the commercial was the girl was dressed up like Goldilocks, and she did a thing. She did a thing with eggs. They dropped the whole. I don't know. They put eggs on the bed and they dropped something on it, and the eggs didn't break.
Oh yeah. And then they had the glass of wine and stuff, and they were sitting on it, and the wine didn't spill. I haven't seen that
commercial. Mark, but
lately.
let's figure it this way: dropping an egg on the bed and dropping Rosie on the bed. There's a little bit of a difference between those two. So yeah, Rob's like, I've fallen and I can't get up. Because the purple bed has fibers that you breathe in, and people say it's not safe. Sure, beware of the purple bed. I know you were all about the Prince model there, right? Purple Rain model. I just think when you get older, you probably have to go a little softer. I don't know.
Well, what kind of mattresses do they have in the hospital?
Bobby just puts his head down, and it doesn't matter.
Hey.
For me, it takes me an hour to get to sleep.
The more I drink, the better I sleep. That's my philosophy.
Oh my
And
God.
let me tell you something. If you fall and you can't get up anymore, that sucks.
Yeah, Callie's like, you need a heart-shaped bed. It spins and vibrates.
Wait,
Yeah,
a mirror with a mirror on the ceiling.
Yeah, if I want to puke, Callie, I'll get a spinning bed, right? I think it'd be real rosy to have disco lights. Do 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 do. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno next. You know what?
Let me see.
Oh, man. Let's see. Susan says my great aunt has a temper bed, and I set it one setting and woke up in the middle of the night in a hole, but my effing ass I had to push off the wall to even sit up.
Jake, you're my
We
kind of
laughed
woman.
like hell. There you go. There you go, Susan. That's funny. Do, 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 do. Burn, baby,
Okay,
burn.
for a queen, the purple bed's $1,000, $999.99. For a king, it's $1299.99, and for a California king, it's $1299.99. So there you
Hi,
go.
Jackie.
That's not bad. Around $1,000.
Yeah, I think when my traveling days are over, I'm probably going to expand the rancho here to make it much more comfortable and do a major build out here to get a lot more room for much bigger masters. Bobby, don't start. This is where Bobby's, you know, and I part company, right? That's it, Tara. I ain't no Rockefeller. Yes, Jink says I don't like it when the strippers use Purple Rain now. I'd rather them use the theme from Flashdance. You know, that's the better one.
Oh man, that song was a huge hit in 1983.
Can you say Jennifer Beetle Baby? That's what you need, Tara. One of those buckets, pull the cord, and hope it's warm water above you. You know? Yeah, Flashdance. There's Allie like Flashdance. Oh man, that's good. Yeah. Oh, what a feeling. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Brandon. I do like some Prince stuff. I do like.
I like Little Corvette.
I like.
Yeah, that's my favorite too, Bobby.
I like 1999.
Little Corvette.
That's my favorite. The earlier the Prince stuff, the more I like.
Hi, Brandon.
The later stuff, I didn't really care so much. But I'm like that way with a lot of artists. They start
Say hi, Missy Jen, if you can hear me.
When they first come out, it's like, who the hell is this?
I don't know if they get better
Time goes
or
on,
they
they
get
get
more
better.
commercial and gets on my nerves. You know? Yeah, 1999, Susan. That's it.
Cool. Thank you, Brandon.
Brandon, nobody's ever cruel to you on this panel, man. You know that.
I wondered if my microphone was working.
Well, unless it's
Yeah, you're working fine, Jen.
Brandon, unless it's Mrs. Dick.
Ladies and gentlemen, where is the married couple? We're
Ladies and
waiting.
gentlemen, the Beatles. Oh,
Bam! Hi, Jinx. Let's dance. Susie. Ah. We need to
Bobby,
do a group hug and dance.
did any of you like Frank Zappa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Catholic girls.
Oh, hell yeah. I might be moving to Montana one day to be a dental floss tycoon. Fuck yeah. Shit, yeah.
Hey, 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 all you girls in them industrial towns.
Yep. I might be moving to Montana one day. I love that shit. Frank Zappa was awesome.
Down at Joe's garage, we didn't have no dope or LSD. Just a couple of quarts of beer.
That's it, Mark. That's it, brother. That's it. That was,
Interesting kind
The
of.
bus, just get on the bus and be a stop.
I
Hey,
might,
it's a way of life.
yeah, I might be crazy, but I just thought bands had more personality in the 60s and 70s.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You could really get to know.
Ooh, yeah, baby, we're slow dancing. Mm-mm.
What is that, Rosie? Is that the real guy? Random Valley
I watched his son Dweezil do one of his concerts on YouTube. It was really good, man. You know, Frank Zappa was real strict with his band, with his magicians, with his musicians. You know, that guy demanded perfection whenever he played live. His son sat out and recruited a bunch of hired guns, and they went out and did, I forget what album it was, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, he was in the porn. He was in a porn movie, don't you, Mark? Frank was in porn at one time.
He was?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's a really interesting guy.
Purple Rain. Oh, I love Purple Rain.
Y'all into it, you know?
Yay! Purple Rain.
Oh, that's Purple Rain when Prince told that girl she got to go jump in that lake, and she went and jumped in the lake, and he said, that's the wrong lake.
Yeah. Prince, I guess, dated Sheila E.
Yeah, she was good. Sheena Easton really hit stride.
No, Sheila E.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton was with Kenny Rogers
Oh,
at one time.
never mind. I got the wrong. I got that. Never mind.
Sheena Easton sent Kenny Rogers nude photographs.
I didn't hear you right. Sheena E. Okay.
Yeah, Sheila E. was Prince's good friend at one time.
Yes. It's funny. Sidetrack got it going on. I don't know.
So
So I thought it was weird. My favorite band of all time was just called The Band. That was, you know, go figure, right? The night the lights went out in Georgia.
Well, I love the song "Ode to Billy Joe." Bobby, who sang that? Bobby something.
I like the way rode the train. What was that? I can't remember. I can't remember.
Kenny Rogers retired. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he ain't retired. He'll never retire.
It's that new Facebook.
Susan says I watched it on YouTube, on the tube.
I rolled into Nazareth.
Thank you, James. Yeah, I've got my leopard mini dress on. I'm all in a feisty mood tonight. Meow meow.
For airing the issue.
Diane, thank you. Yeah, I thought that band was the most unusual. That song was the only song in history that fused rock, blues, gospel in one song right there.
You ever seen the movie The Last Waltz, Rosie?
Yes, that was the band. Yeah.
right. That guitar player blew Eric Clapton off the stage when they were playing.
The guy was it was phenomenal. The guy's, it's like I say, nobody even knows him anymore, but that guy was phenomenal. I like the bass player too, and unfortunately the main guy died, but that played the drums, he was the lead guy, but just amazing. Okay, Rob says I saw Molly Hatchet last week. Boy, that takes me back.
Susan's talking about ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra. I used to have their big album.
It's a terrible thing too.
Jackie, Georgie is right here on the bed. Let's see if I can show you.
Better not be on my pillow again, rubbing that butt on my my pillow.
I've got my nightie up here.
Make sure he pinches it off clean when he goes in.
You pinch it off clean where, on your pillow?
No, outside. Sometimes he doesn't pinch it off quite clean, you know, and comes in and.
Oh, he hasn't been outside.
Hey, Francis, how are you?
Good.
Francis.
I'm good. How about you?
East of the Mississippi, call 1-800-224-3433. This is it. Coast to coast, AM.
Yeah.
Francis, how the hell are you? Huh?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm still awake.
Yeah, there we go, Jackie. Yeah, sometimes, some nights I wonder, Jackie, when I get to my pillow.